Day 2. Didn't think I'll make it a day 2. I honestly thought I would forget, but 2 days in, we're consistent. We're going to stay consistent. I'm not going to try and be like, oh, I want to hit this goal of like 100 daily videos, but I'm just going to try and make it every day. Right? Because if I'm in my head and I'm telling myself I want to reach this big ass goal, I'm not going to be able to do it. I'm just going to, wow, that's a big task. I don't know if I can do that. But if I say, let me try and get it up tomorrow, more than likely I'm going to get it up tomorrow. So that's what I'm going to do. That's my plan of action. Now, what is it I'm going to film? I don't know. But what I can tell you is if I'm doing something, or as long as I'm breathing, I'll film something. I just finished my cardio. If you don't do your cardio, what the fuck are you doing? You know, what are you doing? Especially on the bulk. You don't want to get too fat. Right? Now, I'm not going to be the one to give you all this, health and wellness info. It's not my place. But you need to do your cardio. I'm an athlete. So, I'm always doing cardio. Some way, shape, or form. But you need to do your cardio. Right? You need to work out. You need to take care of yourself. Eat your veggies. Make sure you eat enough. Make sure you don't eat too much. You can have sweets. I hate that. People are like, oh, you can't eat sweets. You can't eat sweets if it stays within your calorie amount for the day. I do it all the time. Well, because I forget to eat, so I have all these calories. I can afford to have sweets and still stay in shape. That's besides the point. I'm not a fitness guru, whatever. But I am a guy that is vlogging daily. So, I'm going to finish this little walk. I did 15 minutes on the seated bike. Now I'm going to walk back home. And then, I'm going to see you after that. I'm also doing daily on TikTok, so I have to edit that and get that up here in a bit. But, yeah, I'll see you later. I'll see you when I see you. Alright, so, second time going outside. I'm actually looking for the pump because I'm going to cycle. I need to find that pump. Do I know where it's at? No, I don't. Let me go around there. Hold on. Where the hell is it? I just saw it. There it is. Got it. Alright. Found it. Alright, so we're going to pump up this bad boy real quick. Okay. I'm gonna cycle. Quick. I don't want to put too much here. Point my fat ass pops in. That'll do. It's always good to get outside and get cardio, especially like in fall, because it's not cold, it's not hot, it's perfect. This is like that perfect temperature all day. Till like I live in Florida, so it's kind of like it's good at some points, and then there's a point in the day where it just gets fucking thunderstorms and shit. But for the most part, in fall, it's quite nice. So I'm gonna enjoy it while it lasts. And while I have this extra time from work and school, I'm just gonna spend it outside. Bumping some Drake, maybe some Heat. Plus I'm cutting down, so I need as much exercise as I can get. I wanna get in good shape. I'm 22 now, I gotta start looking around for a girl. I'm just kidding. Kinda kidding. Well, at the same time, not. I'm at that point in my life where, I think having a girlfriend wouldn't be too bad. I can afford it. I'm mentally and emotionally better than I was maybe 2-3 years ago. And simply I could use the companionship. You know? I'm out of breath pumping up that bike, but I just want to get in shape. But cycling, when I cut the first time like 2 years ago, year and a half, I cycled a lot. My obliques were, I looked like I had gills. And I want my gills back. I'm about 50, 55, maybe 60 pounds up from where I started a couple years ago. I think a good chunk of it's like lean mass. But I'm doing like calisthenics and cycling just so I can build that more muscle mass and just burn off the fat. You know, and I know I'm starting to get leaner when I can start to see the veins in my chest. Just like normally, they just peek through a little bit. But we're going to hit this, bump some Drake, some Yeet. Let me see you guys afterwards. I'm probably not going to film that just because it's so windy. You're not going to hear shit. And I'm not going to do that to you. So I'll just come back. I'll film whatever the fuck else I got. All right, I'm back from outside. It was like, I say that was a little, was it an hour? A little less than an hour. Man, I had the nastiest cramps. It was so bad. It just only told me that I need to do this shit more. Like, I had to stop a couple times just because my foot was cramping like a bitch. But that just goes to show, if you are doing bodybuilding, then you try to switch to something else just because bodybuilding's not for everybody. I know it's a trend, but it's really not for everybody. And so when you do bodybuilding and then you switch, it's going to be a hard switch. Like, that's the, well, I do quite more cardio now, but like, I don't know. Something was off. Got a cramp in my foot. I'll have to roll it out with like a lacrosse ball, old-fashioned way. But yeah, this is day 2. This is getting a little bit easier. I think it's all in my head, really, when it comes to this daily stuff, because I was kind of like, do I really want to do this? And I was not gonna do it, but why the fuck not? It just gives me something to do, something to stick to, a goal. You know, it's like doing no fat. If you know, you know. You know, you got to stick to it. Just take it day by day and don't really look at the long haul. You know, eventually you'll get there because the days add up. You do one day, then the next day, then the day after that, and eventually you have a week, then a month, then a year, a couple years, and then the rest of your life till you get a girl. You know, and you'll have that situation figured out. You still won't need to watch the prawn, but enough said. I smell like that one sneaky kid in gym class, so I'm gonna go take a shower, work a little bit, homework, eat, chill. And yeah, I'll probably film something later and then, you know, get this thing edited and put up. And that's how it goes. That's how the cookie crumbles. So I was sitting and thinking, what made me come to the consecutive decision that on my birthday, October 23rd, I was gonna pick up the camera and film every single day. And part of me thought, you know, the documentation, just to have something to show for what I did growing up. I'm 22, I'm young, there's still gonna be a lot of things I'm gonna accomplish. And I wanna go back and watch these with my kids, or if they just decide to watch it themselves. I don't do it for fame, I could care less. I don't do it for money. If I had money, what the fuck would I do with it? You know, maybe one day I'll eventually fuck around and buy a Porsche 918 Spider, but that's a conversation for another day. But then I got to thinking that for so long, I was trapped in this shell, or this idea that people had of me. In high school, I was always seen as the class clown. I wasn't really the class clown. I wasn't the guy in the back of the class just making weird noises. I was just a genuinely funny guy. But that image of being that funny guy was always there. As somebody always expected me to make a joke or make them laugh, make a sound, just fuck around. And on the days where I just, I was a little more tired than usual, I didn't feel like talking, then there was something wrong with me. I was broken. And I hated that idea. And I was in a relationship and I ended up breaking up with that girl. And after that, I wasn't torn, but I was like, there has to be a change. Something has to change. I deleted the Instagram account. So those that followed me in high school, they have to know me to really know how I'm doing now. I deleted that account like a year and a half ago. And I just started over. And I think the real reason why I decided to make these videos every single day was so I could see the improvement of myself as a person. I always stutter a lot. Not really stutter, but more of the filler words, like, all those. I don't like that. I want to talk fluently. I want to be able to enunciate things, and I just always had a weird way of talking, and I just want to get better. And I think by doing this every day, that'll help me. I'll catch myself saying like or and all those things, and I'll be like, there you go. I'll just know better not to do it. But as well as I'll see myself grow mentally, physically, spiritually, whatever. I think that's a cool thing, to always have this long, glossary. Not glossary, but I think you know what I mean. Not glossary, not diary, but just list of videos from start to finish, or however long I decide to do these daily things. But there's this list. I'm not here for the fame. I don't care for the views. I don't have any expectation when it comes to this account. All I know is I just want to make the video. Talking to myself, and I think it's pretty easy. I don't really talk to anybody. All I have is thoughts. So why not just record it? And I think this is a good moment, if you're seeing this right now and you want to do something. Maybe you want to start a YouTube channel, or you want to do crochet, or you want to try something new and you're just scared to do it. All you have to do is start. The hardest part is always taking the first step. But you always take one step at a time. There's that story of the horse in the tree, or the horse in the forest. He couldn't see at the end of the forest, but he could see 1 foot in front of him. So he just took one step at a time. And that's how it goes. That's how it is. That's how you do it. I don't know how this account's going to go, but I'm going to take it day by day, step by step. Eventually it'll hopefully come something. Who knows? But I'm not going to edit this crazy stuff. I'm not going to show anything unauthentic. I'm not going to paint myself in some way that I'm not. What you see is what you get. If you meet me in person, ever, this is how I am, bro. This is how I am. Maybe I'm a little bit quieter. Who knows? But, yeah, that's day 2. I think. Yeah, day 2. Under the belt. Excited for tomorrow. Did cardio twice. Do your cardio. Do your cardio. But, yeah, I think that's about it. Don't have much to say. I'm pretty much done yapping. So, yeah. I'm see you tomorrow.